Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is the 9th of April 2019, and we have just been to see Fiddler on the Roof. Open the house. Shalom, Vicky.
Shalom, Jim Bobs.
I hope we didn't offend anyone by saying that.
I hope so too.
Because the reason we did that is because today we went to see Fiddler on the Roof.
We did indeed go to see Fiddler on the Roof.
The play that celebrates the Jewish faith.
And fiddling on roofs.
Yes, which I didn't quite get, but we'll get onto that, I suppose.
Oh, he said it at the beginning, didn't he?
No, yeah, but I can't remember.
Okay, fine. Carry on.
All right, you well?
I'm all right, thanks. Yeah, I'm all right.
Great.
Quite tired, but I live with it. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you.
Good.
Can't complain.
Good.
You know, obviously, other people's lives are a lot worse than ours, as we found out in this show.
They are indeed.
Exactly. So, shall I give you some facts?
I wish you would.
Okay. So, it is adapted from the Sholem Al-Kaim stories. It was written by Joseph Stein.
Yeah.
Directed by Jerome Robbins. He also did the choreography, by all accounts.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Ooh.
Talented man.
Fancy pants.
Musical director Paul Bogev. Designer was Robert Jones.
Yeah.
And shall I tell you who the notable actors were?
I wish you would do that too.
Well, I'm only going to do a couple of them. Andy Nyman played Tevye.
Yeah.
And Julie Kuhn played Gold.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just really enjoying this.
Thanks. All right, and it's at the Playhouse Theatre, and it's running until the 28th of September 2019.
So plenty
And-
of... Oh!
I've added a new feature.
Oh, yeah.
It's 3 hours with an interval.
Okay.
I think people want to know how long they're going to be sitting in the theatre for.
Well, the thing is, if it's dull and it's long, then you don't want to go. If it's good and long, then it's fine. Doesn't matter, does it?
All right. What did you think?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think, well, especially because we went to see A German Life the night before, which was really depressing.
No, let's not talk about that.
And then we went to see this, which was, on the whole, quite jolly and lovely.
It was. It was a bit like icing on the cake, wasn't it?
On which cake?
The musical cake.
Okay,
Because
right.
we've seen a lot of musicals recently.
We have, yeah.
And it's an old-fashioned musical.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a revamp.
Very traditional, isn't it?
Very traditional. But it was quite light-hearted, quite funny. I thought it was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. The main guy is pretty funny.
Yeah. I should say there is an extra character in this play, in this musical, that isn't in the programme. Do you know who that is?
No.
God.
But God actually doesn't feature in it.
But he features quite prominently because Tayev is constantly talking to God, isn't he?
He talks to God a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But God never replies,
Never.
sadly.
Okay. All right. So, what did you think about the style of the piece?
Well, as I said, it's very traditional. I thought the choreography was good. I thought the music was really good. I enjoyed the voices. Good singers.
Perfect. I think it was one of these musicals that has got people who can sing and dance, but maybe not act quite as well.
Well, I know you had a problem with the accents a little bit, as did I. There was a few slippy, sloppy accents.
Oh yes, because Tayev sounded. He
I
sounded
don't
like
think
he was
that's
a
how
bit
you
from
say his name.
Tayev.
Apologies for the bad pronunciations.
Well, yeah, he kept slipping into Northern Irish. Kind of sounded like that. Quite a
Yeah,
lot.
and some of the younger characters, they were supposed to be Russian, weren't they? And then some of the younger characters weren't too hot.
Russian is a very difficult accent to do.
But you could clearly do it perfectly.
Well, I've been to Russia, been
Have
to St.
you?
Petersburg, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Very
good.
nice. All right. The other problem I had is, so it was very Orthodox Jew-ish.
Well, yeah, that's the point of it, isn't it? They're an Orthodox Jewish community living in Russia at a time where they're being threatened.
But the problem is, everyone except the lead basically wore black. And, and so we have 5 daughters.
Yeah.
And I didn't count them all at the start. So I thought one of the daughters...
Well, that's your mistake.
I thought the daughter that married the guy who got the sewing machine...
Yeah.
Then was having an affair with the soldier.
No.
And I was thinking, wow, that's all very liberal.
It was the second and third daughters that I got a little bit confused between.
Yeah. Well, are they the same daughters as me?
No.
So we're all getting confused about the daughters.
Well, a little bit.
So what would you have done? I would have either maybe made the daughters look different.
But how would you make them look different? Because they're all supposed to dress in the same way.
They could have had a hair style.
Maybe one of them could have had a really high voice.
A perm?
One of them could have a really low voice.
Or fatter or something, I don't know.
Okay, maybe they need to think about this.
Yeah, well, it was very confusing, and we weren't the only ones, were we?
I don't know. Was
Yes,
anyone
you
else
did.
confused?
You told me on the way out that somebody else had said exactly the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
I mean, it was only tonight, but I forgot.
But, you know, it didn't take away from the enjoyment of the piece.
No, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Did you know? Have you seen it before?
I've seen the film years and years and years ago, but I don't remember it very well. I only really remember Topol and his amazing "If I Were a Really Deep Voice Singing Man."
Now, you see, I don't know if this is true enough, but it did seem to me like it was a one-man show with supporting characters.
He was definitely the star of the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, his wife was strong. She had a very big role.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, the daughters were sort of, once they'd got married off or whatever, they sort of became a bit less important, didn't they?
Yeah. Did you think it was funny?
Bits of it were funny, yeah. You didn't think it was funny?
I did. I thought bits of it were good. I thought bits of it were funny, and then bits of it were really a bit boring.
But he's the light entertainment, isn't he?
Yes.
The main character's like, and there's like a few other characters that are quite funny, like the butcher's quite funny.
And I liked Yentl. I don't think she was called Yentl.
You're thinking of the Barbra Streisand film.
I am, yeah. The woman who played the matchmaker.
Oh, the matchmaker.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Well, I was hoping you weren't going to... Yenta.
Yenta, there you go. Really close.
Only a letter out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was quite good. She was quite funny.
Yeah, she was good fun.
And with no spoilers, but I didn't know it would end the way it did either. Really, it's quite.
Well, no spoilers, but me neither.
Yeah.
There was a threat over. There's a threat overhanging the community.
What's the best way to end a musical?
With a song.
Flying off in a car, I reckon.
Do you think?
Like in Greece.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way.
Okay. Special effects.
I thought it's not necessarily special effects, but I thought the
yeah,
lights.
What about the bit when the woman started floating in the air?
Oh yeah, there was a ghostly dream.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah, that
worked
was
out
good.
How they did that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wires.
No, there was no wires.
A vacuum cleaner blowing the wrong way out.
You probably never was an amateur magician like I was when I was a child.
No, I wasn't.
So I do realise some of the tricks on the trade.
Was it a hoverboard?
I'll tell you later. Don't
Okay,
spoil it.
okay.
All right. Okay. Anything you didn't like?
Not really.
Okay.
Anything you didn't like?
Oh, just that it was too long as ever. 3 hours is too long.
Well, I enjoyed it, so it didn't seem like 3 hours to me.
Okay.
I mean, the previous play did seem like 3 hours, and it was
But
half
it was
that.
half of that. And what was your stand-up moment?
Oh, there was a couple of real good song and dance numbers, wasn't there? At the wedding, and then there was like a...
That ended badly.
Yeah, and then there was like a Russian soldiers in the
favourite,
bar.
yeah.
That was really good, yeah.
I didn't think If I Was a Rich Man really worked, because it's like he was trying too hard to make it sound different.
I think the
He
problem
didn't go,
is...
yabba dabba 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 da. He didn't do that, did he?
Yeah, but he did it differently. The problem is he doesn't want to do it the same as Topol.
Well, it was a big mistake because he nailed it top off. It was like top of the charts for weeks.
Well, you know, but you don't want to... You need to make your mark on it, because you can't do it exactly the same. You have to try and make it different. And he did.
Well,
it was fun. I liked it.
we'll agree to disagree.
Okay, fun, whatever.
Should we take a break and then we'll score it?
I need a break.
Good. Okay, so we're back.
Yahoo!
Hi. We're
Hi.
going to talk about audience antics.
Okay, sure.
We have got a lot to talk about on this.
Okay, but let's keep it brief.
Well, all right, okay. Let's start with the positives. We met two lovely people.
We
in the
really
audience.
did.
Kate and
Yeah.
her mother. Kate, the science teacher
Yeah.
from Lincolnshire.
She's lovely, and
Yeah,
Mum was lovely.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, well, hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate. And her mother was lovely as well.
Yeah, really nice.
Looked like a ballet dancer, I thought.
You did. She was very chuffed with that, wasn't she?
I know, yeah. I was quite pleased. But on the flip side of that, and they enjoyed it very much, I think, on the flip side of that, we had the most obnoxious, horrible, vile people
Oh, my goodness, strong words.
sitting behind us.
Well, they talked all the way through, didn't they?
All the way through. And I think they were from Kent, and they were going, I'm fucking like this, I'm fucking like this.
I don't know where they're from, but I did want to turn around at one point and say to them, why are you here? If you're going to talk all the way through, why have you bothered to come?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just leave.
And then, it's like a juxtaposition of both of those. I had a very surreal Scottish man sitting right in front of me who I think was getting tired towards the end of the performance because he started to lean his head right back into my crotch.
Oh, he was weary.
Well, it was inappropriate.
Maybe he just wanted to feel your crotch.
Well, he didn't get anywhere near it. But I tell you what, it was an odd audience, wasn't it?
It was good and bad, good and bad.
Okay, you're being very argumentative today, I feel.
Am I?
Yeah, well, we'll see how it comes out in the score, shall we?
I'm allowed to not agree with you, though.
Well, you can try. All right, so we've got a few more. We've got a kind of different scoring system to make sure we add in bits which we haven't done before. You don't need to worry about the technical details, Vicky.
Okay,
I've got
fine.
all that maths
I
covered.
think that's for the best.
All right, so let's start with performances. You could start today.
Oh, I find this hard. I think generally pretty strong. Some of the accents were a little bit meh. I'm going to go for a 9.
Oh, wow.
Well, I thought it was great.
Okay, I put 7.
7, okay, fine.
Okay, staging and technical, there was nothing special there. I'm going to give it another 7.
But the lighting I thought was very good, and I loved the set. I thought the set was
I
great.
did like the set. All right, I'll change mine to an 8. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to go for an 8.
Okay, narrative plot.
Well, it's very traditional, but it works. I'm going to go for an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 as well. Originality, I'm going to give it... Well, I've never seen a Jewish... Mind you, we saw one... No, it wasn't a Jewish play the day before, was it?
No.
It certainly wasn't. 9.
Give it a 9. I'm going to go for... What category are we doing again?
Originality.
I'm going to go for an 8.
Great. Right, new category, Vicky. You ready?
Woohoo!
Hold on to your hat.
Okay.
Choreography. That means dancing.
I thought the dancing... There wasn't loads of it, but what they did was really good. I'm going to go for a 9.
Wow. Because there wasn't a lot of it, I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
Okay, costumes, 4-3. Because it really confused me. They all look the same. It's like they've got all the same costume.
But, I mean, they put a lot of effort into
getting all the same costume.
growing their beards and growing their hair. I'm going to say a 6.
Right. Music.
Music was great. I'm going to go for a 9.
I'm going to give it an 8. Was it worth it?
I'm going to go 9.
Yeah, do you know what? It was a perfect antidote to the play we'd seen the night before.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I'm also going to give it a 9 because I am not difficult.
Yeah.
So while I am adding up the scores on my brand new phone, Vicky, would you like to tell the listener what we're going to see
Okay.
next?
So, next week we are going to see Come From Away, which has recently won a number of Olivier's, including Best New Musical and Outstanding Achievement in Music and Best Choreography. Apparently it's very, very good. So I'm very much looking forward to this treat.
Okay, gosh, that maths was hard.
Oh, James is not the best at maths, but at least you used your phone today.
I got B in GCSE maths off.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
So did I.
All right, anyway, I've worked out the scores and I can reveal it has got a 50-minute theatre rating of 3.97.
Sometimes James forgets which of his 3 podcasts he's
many
doing.
podcasts. Which places it just below Caroline or Change,
Okay.
but above Hadestown.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? We've been to a lot of musicals.
We have. Good job we're going to see another one next week then, isn't it?
Just to squeeze it in. We're going to see The Mousetrap.
No, I got confused. Come From Away next week, Mousetrap week after.
All right. Thank God that was the theatre bell.
Oh, I've been waiting for that all day.
Yeah, I'm going to go and put on my weary feet after a hard day's work and thank the Saviour for whatever I have.
I'm going to have a nice soak in the tub, get the dirt of this theatre out of my skin, and I guess I'll see you next week.
I'll look forward to that, Vicky.
Well, I might look forward to it. I'll think about it.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.